doing the top 20 places to what is the word? Oh my god. To the cheapest places in the world you can visit. We're going to do it in two parts because there is there's 20 of them, so I want to go through them, but I want to give you value of them. So number 1 is Thailand for fantastic local food and more. I have my notes here. So there's a reason why Thailand remains so popular with backpackers. It's got idyllic islands, a rich culture, beach huts, a tantalizing local food, and adventures galore, and all are available at often staggeringly low prices. Despite the well-trodden routes through the country, it's not hard to get away from the crowds. Check out Nakhon Si Thammarat for some of the very best food the country has to offer, or hire a motorbike to make the 600-kilometer trip along the Mae Hong Son loop through the forested northern mountains. See why Thailand made our list of the places to travel alone. And then you could find budget places to stay in Thailand. So that's pretty cool. Number 2, South Africa for safari adventures at an incredible value. I've always wanted to go to Africa. I find that would be expensive because I did look into it. However, this is what it says. This is my research, by the way, so I could be wrong. However, this is what I have seen and read in articles and heard of too. So South Africa for safari adventures at an incredible value. One of the great things about traveling in South Africa, next to the beautiful landscapes, is that it's possible to have a safari experience here. Complete with the Big Five without encountering a budget-breaking bill, head to Hului in Folozi, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, to see a white rhino and avoid the crowds of Kruger. Head to the Drakensberg for superlative hiking. I love hiking, so let me know if you like hiking because I love it. Don't forget to factor in at least a few days in amazing Cape Town or Johannesburg to experience the nightlife in Africa. Start planning your trip with the best time to visit Africa and our collection of the best road trips across South Africa. Find budget places to stay in South Africa here. So, number 3 is the Vietnam for an affordable country with a lot to offer. Vietnam is one of the best and cheapest places to travel. The country's greatest attraction is its sublime countryside. From the limestone karsts of the north to the waterways and paddy fields of the Mekong Delta, with blissful beaches and frenetic cities crammed in between, our readers vote for the most beautiful places in Vietnam. Then there's the cuisine. The cuisine does look good, not gonna lie. And pull up a stool at a faux stall, and just for a few dollars you'll eat some of the best food on offer, shoulder to shoulder with the locals. And so then you could also, in the site here with my notes where it says you could check out their 9 tips for backpacking through Vietnam. So if you would ever go backpacking through there, read some of those tips. I'm sure they're very useful. Number 4 is Uruguay. Uruguay. It's in it's a neighboring place in the world by Brazil and Argentina. So if you've already visited Brazil and Argentina, or just looking for a better value destination in South America, head instead to neighboring Uruguay. If I pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry. You'll be relieved to hear you can still find some excellent steak here and some amazing restaurants. And there's plenty of beaches to choose from, so head to Cabo Polonio for quieter sands and abundant wildlife. And the gorgeous old capital of Montevideo. And then you'll find all the information you need to plan a budget trip. So I'll leave this link below so you can also see that this is that, like, if you wanted to read places to go visit, you can also see that this is a place to go visit, or Or even if you wanted to plan, this is something you can go and click on to budget your plans. So number 5 is Cuba, a cheap destination with very few tourists. I don't know why this... Just wanted to fix something. Okay. Whatever. So, Cuba is a cheap destination with very few tourists. Since relations between Cuba and the U.S. started rapidly warming up, there's never been a better time to visit the Caribbean island. Go now before it changes beyond recognition and before the prices start to go up and even more. So hit the salsa clubs in Havana. There is July carnivals of Santiago, or dip your toes in the warm Caribbean, picture perfect beaches. I will be honest with the Cuba, I don't hear good about their food, and I'm a very big food person. I like eating, I like trying different things, but I hear their food is bland. So I believe their resorts are beautiful, but if you want to find good food, I don't know if you'll have it there. But I've never been, so I can't say for myself. But I've heard from about, I'll say 5 or more people, or everyone that's been there, their food was not good. So just letting you guys know if you, but some people may love their food. So if you're okay with that, then go, and I would recommend it. Yeah, 100%. Number 6 is Prague, Czech Republic. One of Europe's most affordable destinations, which is pretty cool. I'd love to go visit there. Despite being firmly on the tourist, not to mention bachelor party trail these days, Prague still remains one of Europe's cheapest capital cities to visit. For just a few Czech crowns, you can enjoy a hearty meal of Czech food washed down with their beer. The city itself is beautiful, crammed, full of history, and perfect for leisurely explorations by foot. And if you wanted to, and a great train itinerary starting in Prague, that'd be really cool. Number 7 is Greece, for popular tourist destinations on a budget. I was in Greece in 2019. I found some of it to be more expensive, but I think they were more like the commercial, islands than anything else that we went on to. So Greece has been, of course, having a tough time economically in the past few years. It finally started trading on financial markets in mid-2018 after years of bailouts, but for many, making ends meet day to day is still hard. If anything, the financial situation is all more the reason to travel here and to support the local people. Prices are still cheaper than they once were, so you might be able to squeeze in an extra Greek island or one of the beautiful beaches in your itinerary. Greece was beautiful. So I went to, this was back in 2019, I went on to Santorini, Paros, Mykonos. So those I think are the 3 like most popular ones, other than Crete and Naxos maybe. So maybe that's why I found them a little more expensive, but now through COVID they could have been definitely struggling and everything. So again, really, you gotta go visit these places to really know if you find them cheap. One place I don't find cheap was Vegas. Vegas was super expensive. I thought, you are paying for everything. Like, they don't have those cool buffets anymore, anything like that, but like the experience is so cool. Anyways, so number 8 is Guatemala, one of the cheapest countries to learn Spanish. It's hard not to fall under the spell of Guatemala and its compelling mix of natural beauty, Mayan traditions, and colonial legacies. Rock-bottom prices make this one of the best places to study Spanish. Once your linguistic skills are up to the scratch, jump onto one of the country's famous samionitas or chicken buses to explore. That'd be kind of fun. Oh, that'd be so cool to see. It looks beautiful. Number 9 is Bulgaria. For an underrated tourist destination, often unfairly overlooked, Bulgaria has a lot to offer budget travelers, not least some of the most deserted beaches in Europe at bargain prices. In addition to its appealing coastline, there are also lots of lovely old towns. One of the best and cheapest places to travel is Varna on the coast, or the ancient Plovdiv, which made our rough guide list of the best places to travel. And number 10 is India. Wow, India, really? An all-time favorite for budget travelers. That's interesting. I didn't think India was one of them. India is such a vast country and remains one of the ultimate destinations among the cheapest places to travel. There are a few countries where you can still visit or still travel so extensively and eat so well for so little. If you're after a beach break, eschew go for the gorgeous beaches of the temple town of Gokarna for amazing food. It's hard to beat the puris and kebabs of Mumbai street stalls, or head to the golden city of Jaisalmer, from where you can explore the seemingly endless sands of the Thar Desert. Need more inspiration? So you could check out their tourist trails. Whew, my breathing hurts. So those are some cool places out of part 1. The one I would like to go to most out of all of these places would probably be Guatemala. Or there was either Guatemala. I mean, I like to go to all of them, except Cuba would be my last one. South Africa would be cool too. I just like saying that word, Guatemala, or the country name. It's a cool name. Prague would be cool to go to too. Like, I would say those would be my top 3 for the cheapest places for part 1. I kind of sneak peeked at part 2 for number 11, and I already know which one that is, so I'll see you guys there. Keep smiling, keep shining. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye now.